So, have you ever found yourself standing in the pharmacy aisle, just staring at those rows of calcium pills, wondering if popping one of those chalky tablets is really all it takes to protect your frame? Well, for decades, we've been told that bone health is literally just about getting enough calcium. But you know what? Modern science has completely flipped that old dogma upside down. Welcome to This Explainer.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The shocking truth here is that most of us are obsessing over the bricks while completely ignoring the scaffolding and the supervisor required to actually build a strong body. In fact, simply popping a calcium pill without providing your body with the right biological signals can be a major mistake, one that quietly blocks your results. Stick with me into the very end of this, because food number 7 on our list is an absolute nutritional multitasker that research shows can lower your osteoporosis risk by a staggering 39%.
So, here's the roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll look at the calcium illusion. Second, building your bone fortress. Third, the grocery aisle deception. And fourth, 7 bone-building foods. Let's get into it.
Part 1. The calcium illusion. Why popping a pill blocks your results.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core problem. To really understand bone density, we have to stop thinking of our bones as these dry, dead sticks. That's the old, outdated view. The biological reality is that your skeleton is a living, incredibly dynamic bone fortress. Your body doesn't just build bone based on how much stuff you swallow. No, it builds based on biological signals.
Moving on to Section 2, building your bone fortress, the biological why behind bone density.
Think of your skeleton like a literal construction site. Calcium is just the brick. But protein is the scaffolding that actually holds those bricks in place. Without the scaffolding, the bricks have nowhere to go. Then you've got vitamin D, which acts as the site supervisor, making sure the calcium is actually absorbed and moved into the structure. If you just throw bricks, like, say, a bunch of calcium pills at a construction site without a supervisor or scaffolding, you don't get a building. You just get a giant pile of debris. This is exactly why whole foods are superior. They naturally provide the teammates your body needs to actually use the minerals you're eating.
Section 3. The grocery aisle deception. Unmasking marketing myths. Now, before we hit our top foods, we absolutely have to talk about the aisle deception. The grocery store is a minefield of confusing labels. Take the egg aisle, for example. You see vegetarian fed and think, hey, that sounds super healthy, right? Actually, no, it's mostly marketing. Vegetarian-fed chickens are being denied their natural diet of bugs and larvae, which completely lowers the nutrient density of the egg. To truly build bone, you want the gold standard, which is pasture-raised. Pasture-raised gives you nutrients that are highly bioavailable, meaning your body can actually absorb and use them efficiently.
And that brings us to Section 4, 7 bone-building foods, the whole food teammates your bones actually crave.
Now, what's really interesting here is food number 1, pasture-raised eggs. Like we just talked about, eggs are a complete nutritional powerhouse packed with high-quality protein. But their absolute secret weapon for your bones is vitamin K2. Remember our construction site? If calcium is the brick, K2 is the traffic cop. It literally directs calcium out of your arteries and perfectly into your bones where it actually belongs. Plus, pairing 2 to 3 eggs daily helps fight sarcopenia, that's age-related muscle loss, which is crucial because strong muscles are what protect your bones from fractures in the first place.
Which brings us to a seriously massive statistic, 30%. A major Harvard study found that older adults who consumed daily dairy actually had a 30% lower risk of hip fractures.
And that's exactly why food number 2 is whole or low-fat milk. Milk is, without a doubt, nature's nutrient jackpot. It provides the perfect synergistic combination of calcium, phosphorus, and high-quality protein. And hey, whether you choose whole milk for the extra calories or low fat for a bit more balance, you are still getting essential vitamin B12 for nerve health and potassium to support your joints.
Next up, food number 3, kefir. This perfectly highlights the gut-bone connection. Kefir is a fermented milk drink absolutely loaded with probiotics. Now, you might be wondering, what does my gut have to do with my bones? Well, a staggering 70% of your immune system lives right in your gut, and chronic inflammation in the body acts like a silent bone thief. Probiotics step in to feed the good bacteria, which in turn helps you absorb all those bone-building minerals from everything else you're eating.
Moving on to food number 4, green leafy vegetables like your spinach and kale. So while eggs and dairy are bringing the protein scaffolding, greens are bringing the acid neutralizers, specifically potassium and magnesium. This is absolutely crucial. Potassium helps neutralize excess acid in your diet. When your diet runs too acidic, your body will literally leach calcium right out of your bones just to balance your pH. Eating plenty of greens keeps that calcium locked right in their skeleton where it belongs.
Food number 5 might surprise you. Grass-fed butter or olive oil. You probably don't think of fats when you think of bone health, right? But here's the catch. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are all fat-soluble. So if you're eating a completely fat-free breakfast, your construction supervisor, vitamin D, can't even get to work. Adding just a small amount of healthy fat to your eggs or your veggies ensures those bone-building vitamins are actually absorbed into your system.
Food number 6 is satiety-boosting proteins. So the crucial point is this. Whether you're getting complete proteins from eggs or casein from milk, high-satiety protein physically acts as the scaffolding of your bone fortress. It's what holds all the minerals together, making sure your bones stay resilient and flexible rather than dry and brittle.
Now, do you remember that open loop from the very beginning of this explainer? Yep, 39%. Research from a fascinating 2017 Irish study revealed that older adults who ate our fine dollar food on a daily basis saw a 39% lower risk of developing osteoporosis.
Let's move to our grand finale, food number 7, plain Greek yogurt. This is the ultimate nutritional multitasker. It's not just about the calcium bricks here. The fermentation process actually creates bioactive peptides that actively reduce inflammation throughout your body. When you grab plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, you are getting a massive hit of protein for that essential bone scaffolding, probiotics for your gut health, and minerals to act as your bricks, the whole shebang.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a question to chew on. Next time you're at the store, are you going to just blindly wander down the pharmacy aisle looking for a magic pill? Or are you going to use a synergistic, whole food approach to build a real bone fortress? Your skeleton is living, it's dynamic, and it is hungry for the right teammates. Give it the protein scaffolding, the vitamin supervisors, and the bioavailable bricks it truly deserves.